All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yasha, Bahashim Chakadash, giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh, Bahashim Yasha, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, who taught us his truth. Salutations to the sincere brother out there who preaching his truth and edifying their brothers and sisters who are studying diligence. And salutations to the lecture brother. Today, the brother, I welcome back to you today with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shemach Kadash, entitled, What Else Can We Do But Prophesy? Or what else can we do but preach this word? Preach this truth. Something to that effect, probably the first one. Because once you come into this truth, man, once you know the thing that you know, and if you really and truly want salvation, if you really fear the Lord, you're going to do his will. What is that? Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. Ecclesiastes. Then butchered it. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So we supposed to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. And fearing him is preaching his truth, preaching his word. Not wanting to receive judgment from him, to receive that his indignation, which will come upon all the nations. And that other and we want to be hidden that day. That's why, starting with Elder Pastor on down, that's why we prophesy, go out in the highways and byways, do lessons, read fast. That's why we do it, to be hidden that day. I believe it's Isaiah 60, I believe 11. No. 65. Isaiah 65. It's just not loading now. It's like it's just not. It's not working. Let's try to turn the Wi-Fi off. Slovakia. Let's do it like this. Let's try to put it in again. I don't know what was going on there. But Isaiah 65 verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh Shemishah, that forgot my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish a drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And we're trying to choose, and we're choosing what the Lord does delight in, exalting his name on this earth and his son's name. And going out and getting the blood off our hands, man. We here. We're trying to do right before the Most High's eyes. We're not trying to do evil. Why? so we can be saved, so we can be hid in that day. Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh shall power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall have for vexation of spirit. So that's how we want to be that day, and we gotta continue to do the will of the Most High. And what's that other one? It's in Luke. It's in Luke. Luke 9, verse 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So we can't put that plow away, man. We put our hand to the plow and we can't put the plow, and we can't take our hands from that plow, man. Cause if we do, we won't be fit for the kingdom of the Most High. And also, so 2 Peter. Second Peter 2. Let's start at Slakia. Let's start at 19. 2 Peter 2, verse 19. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the later end is worse with them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. So we can't, ultimately if it be the will of the Most High, we can't come into this truth, man, and then go back into the world, man, because then the later will be worse than the former. It'd be better if we didn't even know. And Lord willing, that don't happen to none of the brothers, but I don't want that. I don't want my later to be, since I've already came into this truth, since I already know the truth, me personally, I don't want to go back into the world and find out what's going to happen. So I got to continue, me personally as a man, have to continue to do my due diligence and not take my hand from the plow and continue to go out in the highways and byways as a good servant, continue to keep the commandments, put out these lessons until the Lord take us off these streets. And, until the Lord take us off these streets and we go through Jacob's trouble and he redeems us, if I be part of the elect. But it's worse. It's worse in the later if the that person goes back into the world. So what else can we do but prophesy now, man? What else can we do but preach this truth, to push this word out, to exalt the name of the Most High? This is Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel 3 and verse 16. Ezekiel 3 verse 16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemshah came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So we know this truth, man. And if we don't warn our people, if we don't warn the wicked man, telling him what he's doing and where he's going off, and at least warn him, the blood is on our hands, man. Verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So if we know this truth, yet, and we warn the wicked, we go out the highways and byways, we put out these lessons, and we warning the wicked, and we delivered our own soul, and we got the blood off our hands. Verse 20, again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and thou lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. So we gotta prophesy, man. There's nothing better for us to do. We gotta prove what is that good, acceptable will of the Most High is. And this is his will, that we bid the lost sheep to the marriage. That we bid the sheep to the marriage. What is that? I believe I got it. No, I don't. Matthew 22 and verse 9. Matthew 22 verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So we got to go into highways and byways and bid them to the marriage, man, whether they hear or forbear. Isaiah 58 verse 1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. 2 Timothy 4 verse 2, preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. What else can we do but prophesy, man? That's what we're here to do. As servants of the Most High, that's what we're here to do. After coming into this truth, man. It's what you should want to do. And also send Matthew 5 and verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light to all that are in the house. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So that's what we can't keep. We got the light, man. We got the light of the candle. And we can't just put it under our bed and just keep it to ourselves, man. We got the light, and we can't just keep think like that's like the watchman not ringing that bell when a flood's coming or something. At least you gotta warn the people. We gotta let our light shine, as it says 16. And when we do that, we glorifying the Most High, man. We exalting His name. Yahweh Shem Yashai, we singing that new song, man. What else can we do but prophesy, man? And also, let me get in on this. Was it Robert or was it? Might have been thief. Slovakia. I believe this is it. Luke 12, verse 37. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when He cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that He shall gird Himself and make them to sit down and meat, and will come forth and serve them. And if He shall come in the second watch or come in the third watch and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not suffered his house to be broken through. But be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. So if we knew what hour Yahweh Shai is gonna come back, we'd prophesy. We'd go on how his Bible is like a day before He came out, before He comes. but we don't know the hour. We don't know the day, nor the hour, nor the minute. So we got to be ready. We got to be vigilant. We got to prove ourselves, man. Let everybody, we got to, let everybody be persuaded in their own minds. But we got to be ready for when that time comes, because we don't know what hour that the thief is going to come. So we got to just be prepared. And as it says, make no turn to turn to the Lord. What is that? Sirach or Ecclesiastes 5 verse 7. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 7. Slaki. Make no turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and be in perish in the day of vengeance. And we don't want to be destroyed. We don't want to perish. We don't want to be in the Lord's wrath. So we made no tarry. We're not gonna make no tarry to turn to the Lord. We're gonna hastily turn to Him and do His will. Ended on this. Deuteronomy 10 verse 12. Deuteronomy 10 verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord Yahweh Shem shall thy power require of thee, but to fear Yahweh Shem shall thy power, to walk in all His ways, and to love Him, and to serve Yahweh Shem shall thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Shem shall and His statutes, which I command thee today for thy good. So we got to serve the Most High, man. We got to do His will. We can't just slack off. We can't be slothful, man. What else can we do but prophesy and exalt the Most High's name and warn our people so that we may be hidden that day? And we got to know that our labor, what we do, will not be in vain. And let me just get that. And then I ended on that. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord Yahweh Shem, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. We know that our labor ain't in vain, man. So we prophesy. And know that the world to come is going to be beautiful. Immortality. Innumerable women. Spiritual powers. And unimaginable. It's like I'm stuttering because I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be just amazing, man. That's the best word I could come up with. Unfathomable. And that's why we labor. Because we know that this world is only temporal, and we chasing for that incorruptible crown. But I'm going to stop rambling. I just want to get that we got to prophesy, man. We got to preach this truth. We got to get this word out there to seal up the elect. What I believe let me get that real quick too. Slack Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's another reason why this gospel, the kingdom, gotta be preached through the whole world, man. For a witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. We gotta seal up the elect. The end's not gonna come till we seal up the elect, until the gospel is preached through the whole kingdom. What is that? Revelation 7, I believe, or 14. Revelation, I'm just going to get straight to the point. Revelation 7 verse 3 saying, hurt not the earth. Let me just go to get to 2. Revelation 7 verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So we got to seal up the elect, man, so this end will come in the beginning of the beginning of Yahweh's reign, of his eternal reign can come, man, and so we can get out of here and get off this wicked place, man. Get out of this wicked society. So we got to continue to prophesy. What else can we do but prophesy? Get the blood off our hands. But Lord willing, this video with edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. Like I said, Kahalayim La Yehovah Shem Shabbat Shem Kedas. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone. Shalom to the sincere brother out there who preaches truth and edifying the brothers who I share their diligence. And shalom to the elect scattered abroad. Until next time, shalom, Kwame Yashala, and a Baba Ba.